The schedule should show now live.
Okay, it just said live.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Today, I have a special guest. Lottie was unable to attend tonight, so Donna has come on to join me, and her channel is Melfina's Magic, Crochet, Cooking, etc. And I am going to let her talk a little bit about herself, and then we will move on to the topic for the night.
Hi, everyone. Our main topics include some subjects that are near and dear to me because I've dealt with health problems. I'm dealing with a major health issue in my life. And
Hi, AJ. Welcome in.
I can't see that anybody came in. So I'm going to shut off my chat because I just want to see you. I started my channel about 18 months ago, and I cover food tasting, crochet, and hauls, and happy mail, and sometimes a little bit about my personal life. And you see my dogs from time to time in my shorts. And basically, this is a way for me to share my life and do something with friends. I have a wide circle of yarny friends, and I love them all. And Teri is one of my main ones, and AJ and Ambi and Kathy and Kaylin and Lottie have rounded out my circle of friends. I knit some, I crochet some, I do mini and I do micro crochet. That's pretty much, and I'm an OCD crafter, so I'm willing to try anything one or two times. I've done cross stitch, tapestry work, and I do a lot of work with repairing crochet projects for people who have projects of sentimental value. Okay.
All right, so what did I do? That's not right. I was trying to write a comment and say hello to Diane, and it didn't work. It did whatever it did to the screen. Okay, so Diane Durant joined us as well.
Hi, Diane.
So tonight we are going to talk about
overcoming adversity.
There you go. It's been a long day, and I'm sorry we came on late, but I had technical difficulties that would not leave me alone. So we're here a little late, and I'm a little frazzled. So just bear with me. I will calm down very shortly.
And we didn't exactly have a strict schedule for what we were going to discuss. We kind of made up the topic on the fly, and we're going to go from there. So if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask Teri. If you're asking me, you'll have to ask Teri first because I can't see the comments.
And I will let you know what they ask. How's that?
Okay.
So what are you drinking, Donna?
Diet Coke with milk. You remember Laverne and Shirley? She used to drink Coke and milk. I've actually found putting a little bit of milk in my Coke makes it taste almost like an ice cream soda, and it keeps my stomach from being acidic.
Ah, good idea.
The
Hi,
invitation.
Julie. Welcome in. So I'm drinking water because it's good for you, and I hate it. But it's cold with ice. So hey, what are you guys drinking? Is anybody working on anything? I try not to work on something when I'm doing a live because I feel like you guys are here, so I give you my full attention. Right, Donna?
And Teri just changed her hair color. So what does everybody think? I love it. It's one of my favorite shades of blue.
Okay, but if you don't like it, don't say that, please. No, I'm kidding.
Well, if you don't like it, just simply say it's a beautiful color.
Oh, is that what it was, Donna? You
Give her
said it's
credit
a
for the
beautiful
color.
color.
No, give her credit at least for a beautiful color. But I think it looks gorgeous.
Thank you. Julie says she's having brandy and working on Harry Potter. Sounds like a nice, relaxing evening.
Are you
Thank you,
watching,
Julie.
or is she watching it, or trying to crochet a blanket with the image? Because I've seen a couple of those out there in the Grafgans.
Have you?
Yeah, they look like they're way too much work for me to want to tackle.
Yeah. AJ is working on squares for M's blanket and pet toys. And Julie is working on Harry Amigurumi.
The brandy sounds like fun, but I think it would affect my crocheting skill.
Do you? Nah, you could get used to it.
There was a time that no alcohol affected my crocheting skill, but since the gastric sleeve, my tolerance has changed.
Yeah. Julie said it's been a rough day.
Oh, sorry to hear that,
second
Julie.
that. It's been a rough day. Is it getting better with the brandy? That's what I want to know.
Is the brandy helping?
And Diane has wine.
Ooh.
Boy, these guys are just winding down for the night. AJ says she crochets on some of her lives because it actually helps me concentrate more on the conversation. That's just a personal choice for me that I don't do it. And it is, Julie says it is definitely helping. As long as it's helping, that's all that matters, right? Yes, alcohol after bariatric makes you a fast drunk. I bet it does. I don't generally drink only because I'm diabetic and I have a lot of trouble controlling my blood sugar. And, alcohol actually has a lot of sugar in it.
My de-stressor is my dogs. Of course, all four of them are up here with me right now.
Of course they are. But they're not on you, right? That's a plus.
No, one's beside me to the right, and one is right up against my upper thighs, and the other two are at the foot of the bed listening downstairs to hear if they hear anything interesting going on.
Uh-huh.
My stalker has to be beside me or on me.
And which one is that?
Little man.
Julie, the RV is coming along. There's someone working on it at the moment. and pray to God that this will be the last thing that needs to be fixed on it. If it's not, well, then it won't be fixed yet.
That's
Hmm?
You can hear that rooster that's
Oh, yeah, they're across the street. They never stop. They do it all day and all night. It's like they don't know the time. They can't tell the difference between light and dark. I don't know.
little man.
Well, welcome in. Hand Pink is waving at us. She says, "Hola, ladies."
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Okay, Donna, so do you want to start with our topic?
Yep. Our topic for the evening, our primary topic, is overcoming adversity.
Kathy's entered. Hello, Kathy.
And overcoming adversity for me has meant having a positive attitude and learning de-stress techniques. My dogs and my crochet are a major de-stress technique. And I've needed them because I have been diagnosed with a terminal condition called MoyaMoya, which causes my body to hold on to cholesterol and deposit it into the carotid arteries of the brain and the neck. And that's the only place it puts it. But what it ends up doing is causing strokes, seizures, and tremors. And I've had a total of 16 strokes and 6 seizures so far. And I've had 4 bouts of severe tremors. And most of my strokes have been mini ones, but in January I had 2 major ones. And the hardest part of that was I lost strength on my left side and I lost my ability to crochet. And I developed some aphasia through the many strokes I've had. And that causes the hesitation between my thinking patterns and my speech. It causes a hesitation that makes me it's almost a form of a stutter, but it's not. It's because my brain is struggling to communicate with my mouth. And it's the same thing between my brain and my hands, but the brain and the hand connection was more severe. I struggled for 3 weeks, continually working on trying to do a magic circle and a chain. And I finally, once I got the first thing down, I continued and the rest of it came back. But it's scary because you fear you're going to lose other abilities or you're going to lose them permanently. And this problem developed in July of 2019 when I had 3 mini strokes and they discovered I had MoyaMoya. And then it was followed up by a breast cancer diagnosis in April of this year. And I had a needle biopsy and I had a lumpectomy done. And so it's been a lot on my plate. And I've learned to communicate with my yarny friends when I'm feeling depressed and play with my dogs and find other things that I can do to cheer me up. I focus my frustration on my by crocheting because I feel confident when I'm crocheting, and it helps me alleviate and overcome that stressful feeling. How about you, Teri?
Yeah. I think I like to crochet more because I like to always challenge myself. So it's important that I do something new or something harder or something that no one else has done, so that one, um it clicks into my creativity side, and I really love my creativity side. I love that part about me, but it's hard to use that in everyday life, in general. So I love that about it. But sometimes crocheting gets frustrating for me because I'm always doing something new and something harder. And Donna is wonderful. If you don't know what to do, she'll tell you how to do it.
And
Many times I've had to call on her.
and if you're looking for creative new projects, I participate every month in the Mystery Yarn Challenge that is sponsored by Lori, the Armchair Chef. And I find that to be a good way because I design my own projects and you get mystery yarn sent to you. So you have to work on the fly with different types of stuff. And sometimes it's stuff you never would use or you never have used, and you have to get creative with it. But I challenge myself in that way to make something new that I design every time I take on a project. So I'm involved in the April Mystery Yarn Challenge, and I have been involved in all but one of the challenges she's had since she started doing them in August of 2022. I missed the March one because I was too busy doing PT, OT, and speech therapy and trying to relearn to crochet after my recent strokes.
Pamela has joined us and says hello. Hello, Pamela.
Hello, Pamela. Is Nightbot set up so they can drop channels so I can go back and look for their channels?
You know what? I don't know.
Or if they could everyone could type in your channel name so that I can go back through the chats and connect with those who have channels.
I mean, someone can try to type in done and see if it drops your link. It should. I mean, I've had it set up like that before, but since I lost my phone, and everything was erased, I'm not sure that it's, yeah, AJ saying no, it's not working. Denise, welcome in, Denise. How are you today? Whatever the standard one is, probably drop. You're probably right, it was drop. But I don't know that because it's not even dropping our link, so it's probably not. I need to go in and redo it. I'm sorry. I apologize. Like I said, it's been a hectic one, but if you drop your link, then Donna will go back in
And find you.
And find everybody that she doesn't know. Yeah, AJ's saying it's not working. I screwed up. I screwed up again. It just.
Well, you can find me on YouTube by just typing in Melfina's Magic. MELFINASMAGIC.
Well, your link is in the description box. Your link is there. Their links are not. But your link is there. Anybody can find it in the description box and come and see you anytime. AJ says she's getting their links and will post them for us, since Teri screwed up again.
Hey, you can't be expected to remember anything, and I'm not any help because I don't know about StreamYard and Nightbot.
But you knew enough to ask. That's something. So my what's the topic again?
Overcoming adversity.
Adversity. Okay, so my adversity started 22 years ago when the hospital made an error and they put me into sepsis, and I wasn't supposed to make it. I mean, to the point that I was airlifted out in the last moments, died 3 times on a 15-minute helicopter ride, and the doctor, when he saw me there at the new hospital, told my 8 and 13-year-old that I'd be lucky to make it 2 days. So I had to learn. I mean, I had been going to school for psychology, so there were things that I already knew. After that happened, I started teaching stress management, so the things I was learning, I could teach to other people. And a year later, I got lung cancer. And, the way I dealt with that was that, these things are happening. They were out of my control. There was nothing I could do about it. I couldn't change what was happening. So I had to change the way I thought and felt about it. So instead of it being a negative, like other things that have been happening in my life, I turned it around to make it like some kind of a positive.
And I'm just one of those disgustingly positive people by nature.
I don't know. I think I'm pretty positive these days. I mean, maybe not right now, today, but in general these days compared to, I used to have a doctor who always told me, I'm just so amazed with all you're going through, how you're handling it so well with such a positive attitude. Well, if I had a negative attitude, it would have made me sicker. I wouldn't have been able to recover. You gotta change the way you think about it, because that's like 90%. When you say that's like 90% of your ability to cope.
You're too hard-headed to have let everything win.
Yeah. That's
what
the
my
key word.
husband always says. I'm too hard-headed and stubborn.
Yeah.
And I'm gearing up for 2 corrective brain surgeries. And I'm determined I'm going to live to be 120, so there's nothing that can go wrong. I told my kids when I'm older, I'm going to live for 10 years with each of them acting like they did, just like they did as a teenager. And this way they can see how it felt.
Because so AJ's looking for people to post their links for them. Let's see. So yeah, I don't know that Julie has a YouTube channel. I don't know that she posts on it videos. That's GMDRP for Eva. And Denise has a YouTube channel under Denise Hoffman. I know she's got some videos that she's posted. And
well, if they subscribe to me, I always subscribe to them, because this way, if they ever start posting, they'll already have subscribers.
That's true. And I don't know about the rest for sure. Denise says she's making her husband's lunch for tomorrow. Ahead of the game. Amby has joined us. Hello, Amby. Come.
Hello, Amby.
For me, positive. She says positive doesn't necessarily mean happy with the situation. No, it does not. And Denise goes on to say it is the knowledge that there is hope that gets her through.
Yeah, I think
AJ
think
says,
optimistically positive is what I describe my position as, versus negatively pessimistic.
yeah.
Somebody has just realized there's someone else on the camera, so she came to say hello.
Are you going to introduce her?
This is Lita. This is my chocolate and tan min pin. And then Tanner's too busy guarding the door. He's sitting down by the door. Come on, little man. She took your place, huh?
AJ says adversity is a hard thing, been dealing with it since high school. And Ambi says, hi, cutie.
I think two of them are getting ready to play.
Let's see. That must be Lita and Little Man.
Yes.
Thank you, Ambi. She said she loves my hair. My granddaughter got her tips done this color. My 2-year-old mini-me granddaughter.
There's Little Man.
Little Man.
He's my newest rescue. He's one of 4. I'm a doggy parent. Since my kids have grown up and moved away, I've become a doggy parent. And there's Nevaeh's favorite.
Pixie, Pixie, Pixie.
It's a long-haired Chihuahua. And my last one is a Chiweenie. Chihuahua Dachshund mix. You gonna go play? Little Man got down. He's gonna go play with Lita. Go play with Lita. Go play.
So what do you guys do to deal with your adversities? Do you have something that you always go to help you through? Or Denise has answered that. Yeah, deal with your stress. Because we all have it. It's inevitable. It's going to be here to visit once in a while at least. AJ says crochet. Denise says sarcasm and humor.
I get my sarcasm fill from my husband. And a lot of my humor. He keeps it
AJ says being with my daughter and husband and friends and dark humor.
And her cats.
There you go, and her cat. Ambi says prayer, mom, and crafting.
I've heard some people do it by exercise, but that's too much work for me.
It can be a gentle exercise or a yoga exercise, though. Yeah. AJ says, when I was in a support group with other women with HIV, we used to have a lot of dark humor to get through the hour. Ambi adds her sister, and Denise says, I try to be of use, whether it is crochet or other small, doable tasks. That's true. You know, doing things for other people, there's always people who are less fortunate than we are or who have it harder. Doing things for them helps us, you know, not focus on our own stuff.
Yeah, I worked in a nursing home during my 30-year state career. I worked in a state-run nursing home for 4 years. You really get a different outlook of life when you work at a place like that, because when you walk into the building, you know there are 300 and some people in that building that wish they could be you, because they wish they could walk out and leave and be free to do physically and mentally anything they want to do within their monetary limits, and they can't.
Yeah.
And so you can't walk into the building moaning and groaning about a hangover or a headache from last night when there's a lot of people who can't even walk and can't voice what their pain is when they're feeling bad, because it's just no use.
AJ says self-massage and meditating, volunteering when I was working as a massage therapist, giving massages, and now supporting a cat mission. Yep, yep, yep.
I work with doggy rescue. And of course, I have a few foster failures.
Do you?
Tanner was a foster failure. Little man was a foster failure. I couldn't give him up once I had him.
Denise says, if life is really hard, I allow myself to wallow a bit, not long, but acknowledgement of the shitty of my situation helps. After a day, I get back up and get back to life. Yeah, I think we all, I don't know, Donna, do you? I have my times when I just have to be in it for a minute and then go on. Otherwise, it's kind of denial, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to acknowledge. Mostly I feel that way when I have to acknowledge my limitations. And I take a moment, acknowledge my limitations, and then I move on. Because feeling sorry for myself isn't going to get me anywhere. And it's not going to get what I want to get done. But I get very creative about accomplishing the things I need to accomplish.
Yeah.
For example, I've got some weakness in my left hand that's probably going to be there. And I went out and I got a couple tools for opening jars and bottles, which will make my life easier when I have that weakness. Because you have to overcome.
Right.
And I've got a couple basic knitting books. In fact, I've got a giveaway going for a basic knitting book. On one of my videos, it's a hidden giveaway. Because I'm going to teach myself to knit again, because I used to knit before. I've been knitting and crocheting for approximately 40 some years. And I never got beyond basic knitting, but I liked crochet so much I got to advanced crochet. At least I would consider myself an advanced crocheter. And I think, Teri, you'd agree, right?
I'm sorry, what?
You'd agree that I'm an advanced crocheter?
That you're what?
An advanced crocheter.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I thought I was an advanced crocheter until I met Donna.
That's because I think differently.
Yeah.
And I'm tempted to teach myself to crochet left-handed because my left hand's the one that has the most trouble communicating with my brain. I already can write partially. I can write left-handed, not really well, but I'm ambidextrous. But I bought some primer books so I can learn to print and everything left-handed. And I think I'm going to try to teach myself to crochet left-handed.
It's not a bad thing to know how to do.
Especially if you like doing mosaics.
Yeah, for real, huh? Okay, AJ says, I'm a realist and have friends who do not like that. They want me to be positive, but I have to admit what I can and cannot do and be real about my situation. Denise says yes to AJ. And AJ says, yes, you are an advanced crocheter, Donna. And Yarning for a Smile has joined us. Welcome in.
Welcome.
And she wrote, I wanted to pop in, leave a thumb, and leave you all playing. We are having family movie time, so I cannot really hear right now. Laugh out loud. Denise says, I am not advanced, but I am stubborn. That helps. Yes, it does.
Oh, yes. Stubbornness is what gets you through the times when you're having difficulties.
I just got through one of those. I told Donna I couldn't do it, and so she told me another way to do it. So then I had to do it the original way because, you know, can I say?
She has to overcome and adapt and overcome.
Ambi says, being thankful, it helps me to be thankful for even little tiny things. The everyday things we often take for granted, things like a stove and electricity. AJ sends a smiling face. Denise says to Ambi, yes, gratitude is the key to my happiness too. Denise says, I adore that about you, Teri. She loves that I'm stubborn. How do you like that?
So do I.
I know. That's because you're stubborn too.
We give attitude back and forth. It works really well. I won't let her feel pity for herself, and she won't let me feel pity for myself.
But when I have a problem and I say I can't do something, she always gives me another option, which means then I really can't take it. I have to do it the original way. Gee, I wonder if that's intentional. AJ says you keep me on track with an important project, Teri. There's something to be said about starting a project and getting it done. Right?
Oh, yeah. And as you get closer to the end, you get happier and happier. And it seems to get easier and easier.
Not always.
That's only because you're struggling with the border on your blanket. If you weren't struggling with it, if slip stitching was easy for you, you'd have breezed through it. And
such a simple stitch to give me so much frustration.
Teri's been working on a mosaic Grafghan mix. And the only way to hide all your ends when you do a mosaic is you have to do a tuck border. And it requires a slip stitch. But now that you're able to sort of tuck those ends and see that they're going to be invisible, it must make you happy.
Maybe. It only took me 2 days. 2 days to do a slip stitch around the border of a lapgan. Okay, it's a little big lapgan, but it's still only a lapgan. 2 days. I mean, you know, I don't know who's counting yardage this month, but hey, y'all probably got me beat.
Now you can count the yardage you put in and took out and put in and took out. It's still crochet yardage.
Yeah. I haven't done that much, let me tell you. As simple as in the eye of the doer, said Denise. That's very true. Very true. But come on, a slip stitch, that's easy. I'm such a tight crocheter, though, that a slip stitch is not that easy when you have to put something in it.
Hey, I struggled for 3 weeks with a chain and a magic circle.
That is true. You have me beat. You are right. But I didn't have a medical condition that made it difficult for me.
You had a tension condition that made it difficult for you.
Of course, the what did I say? Mental condition? I said medical, right?
Yep.
Okay. Phew. I had a mental condition. Let's see. Ambi says, I know there's a lot of problems with social media, but I'm so thankful for it, especially Facebook and YouTube. That's true. Denise says, slip stitches take forever. Super tough, dense fabric, but takes forever. Yeah. AJ says, do we have to send pictures if the project is not done? Yes, you have to send the picture. Denise says, it took me forever to figure out top-down hats.
And that's the only kind I do because bottom-up ones never look right. They're always too slouchy at the top.
So I guess it's all in the doer. Yarning for a Smile says, Ambi Crafts reads, I agree, there is good and bad in social media, but we have the power in how we allow it to affect us. Very, very true. Denise says, mental condition fits my situation on occasion. Fits mine almost all the time. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, there are medical conditions too, but the mental, yeah.
Hey, wasn't Denise the one that was drinking the brandy?
No, that was Julie.
Oh, okay. I said the brandy might have an effect too.
Let's see. AJ says, is there no live with Lottie this week then? Correct. There is no live with Lottie this week. Donna has so graciously taken her place today. Ambi says, top down is all I do. Never tried bottom up. That's a great thing for you to try, Ambi, is bottom up. Denise Sepp, no, I am a beer or wine gal. Ambi says awesome. She says awesome. She's going to try bottom up. She didn't really. She just said awesome.
Yeah, I challenged myself with a mosaic and reducing the mosaic repeat until I got it closed to a nice tight circle. And I don't think I ever want to do that one again because it was a bottom up combined with a reduction of the mosaic. And it was a patchy tears. So
I did one of those, a bottom up with a mosaic, and it is hard to get that to work right. It is hard. It was a really long hat.
It's a challenge to repeat your pattern when you're trying to decrease your stitches at the same time and not have any holes or gaps.
Yeah. AJ says, I make all hats bottom up or top down or rectangle, then sewn together. And AJ is saying, in case no one knows, her and Kathy made a GoFundMe. And Amby says, yes, when I get all my whips and future makes. You know, she'll do the bottom up. But future makes, I don't know, doesn't that mean that you could just keep saying you have something you have to make and put it off until indefinitely?
Yes, it does.
I love challenging you guys, especially Amby, because she just loves it too.
She's done really well at taking on new projects.
Barbara joined us. Welcome, Barbara. What were you going to ask me? AJ says, that is what I was going to ask Teri. What'd I miss? I don't know. Okay, Donna, do you have anything else you want to share?
I'll probably post a video before I go in for my first brain surgery, so that I can ask for prayers, and you'll see that. So then you'll know not to expect a lot of videos from me shortly after that surgery, but I'll welcome any and all prayers.
That I'm sure will be no problem. Oh, AJ was going to ask if that's what Amby meant, what I asked her. Yarning for a Smile said, I hope to have 1,000 yards completed before the month is over. I hope to get a little over that 1,000 is my monthly goal. Good for you. And yeah, she also adds, Donna, she's going to keep you in her prayers for real.
I appreciate that.
AJ says you are always in her prayers and always will be.
Same for her.
Okay, so shall we do a guided visualization real quick?
Yeah, I've never done one before.
Well, then this will be an experience. There's always a first time for everything, right? Okay, so what I need from you guys is if you like this or you don't like it afterwards, either in the comments. Kathy says prayers, Donna, so that I know if we want to do this or we don't want to do this. So what I ask first is for everyone to just sit back and get comfortable. You can close your eyes if you want to. You can leave them open. Obviously, we can't have music on here, so you'll just have to listen to my voice. And I'll try to be soft and quiet because I'm not as soft and quiet as I used to be. So once you're comfortable, I would like for you to take a deep breath in. Blow it out through your mouth. Another deep breath in. through your nose. Blow it out through your mouth. You want to try to focus on your breath. Pay attention. Feel it come in your nose, down into your lungs. Hold it there a minute. And then let it release out your mouth. Let's do that again. Breathe in. And breathe out. I'd like you to focus on the top of your head and relaxing it. See if there's any tension in your head. Do you feel stress? Can you relax that part of your body? And you know, it takes a while. If you're not familiar with relaxing parts of your body, it does take a while to recognize that you're stressed or that you're frowning or that you're holding your eyes closed really tight and it's causing contraction there, and learning to relax it. So if you're not aware or if you're having any problems, just, acknowledge it and do your best. And don't forget to breathe, because that's very important. We breathe in and we breathe out. Then let's go to our lower face and our jaw. Sometimes we're clenching our teeth. We're a little nervous, or we're not nervous, or we feel uncomfortable. You want to try to relax that area. Learning to relax our bodies is a very important and beneficial part of life. And if we can learn it, it can be greatly beneficial to us. So again, take a deep breath in, hold it, and let the stress or the tension breathe out with your breath. Then you want to go down to our shoulders. Are you holding your shoulders up? Are you tensing them? Can you relax them? Sometimes if we shrug our shoulders and then we can relax it while we're paying attention to trying to relax it. And sometimes that helps. So again, just acknowledge, are we holding tension in our shoulders? Are we not? Are we relaxed? It's, nobody's business if you're stressed out or you're holding tension. This is just for you to learn. If you hold tension in certain part of your body, what parts those are, and to start to learn to relax those areas. Because in the long run, it will help us in pretty much a great deal of our lives to learn and be in a relaxed state. Then you want to go to your chest and your abdomen area. We'll just kind of clump that together. Are you holding your stomach in? Are you letting your stomach expand as you take that deep breath in? And then contract just slightly when you let the breath out. So again, take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and let it go. When you let it go, try to think of stress or contraction or a holding of something inside our bodies that we're going to let go of. We're going to let it go. It might just be for this, few minutes that we're doing this, and then you pick it back up again. But just for a moment, try to let it go and see if you can relax. Take another deep breath in, hold it, and blow it out. So now we'll go down to our butts. Are you clenching your butt? Can you feel the bed or bench or chair or whatever it is beneath your butt? Recognize that there's something there and it's holding you up. So you don't need to hold any tension there. You don't have to hold yourself up, because whatever you're sitting on is doing that job for you right now. Take another deep breath in. Hold it and relax as you blow out a breath in there. Now notice your thighs. You feel whatever you're sitting on beneath them. Recognize what it feels like to be resting on them. Are you resting on them? Or are you still trying to hold yourself up a little bit? You know, it's common practice. If you're holding yourself up, don't feel it's nothing to feel bad about, because until we're aware of it, we don't know that we're doing it. So that's what we're trying to do, is bring awareness to our bodies and relax them. Try to let go of that tension. Breathe it out. Breathe in the fresh, clean breath of air. It's nourishing our body. Hold it for a moment. And with that, blow out, let go of some stress or tension or holding or emotion or whatever it is. Excuse me, go down to your lower legs. How are your legs doing? Are they resting? Are you relaxing them? Are they just kind of hanging there? If you're on a bed, are they resting on the bed? Feel the bed beneath your legs. Feel the air if you're sitting on a chair surrounding your legs. Just being. They're just being right now. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with just being comfortable and relaxed. Take another breath in. It's a cleansing, supporting, energizing breath that we're taking in. And then blowing out whatever it is that we need to blow out with that breath. Sometimes we just need to breathe. Sometimes there is no tension there or emotion. It's just that we need to breathe. We need to feel that breath coming in through our nose, going in our lungs, in our stomach, holding it there for a moment, and then feeling it exhale, feeling it go out. Feel it go out and let it go. So then we go to our feet. Our feet are touching the floor or sitting on the bed or wherever they are. Feel whatever is beneath them and understand that that thing is supporting your feet. You don't need to hold tension in your feet. Maybe you need to wiggle your feet to see, am I holding tension in there, or are they just relaxed? And as you breathe out, you just let that relaxation take over your feet. Take a breath in, hold it, see if there's anything else in your body you need to blow out, and let it go. We skipped our arms, so we have to go back to our arms. So again, let's check those shoulders. Are we holding those shoulders up? Is there tension there? This is a common place that people hold tension, is in their shoulders. Or are we relaxing them and letting them go? They don't need to hold our arms up. They really don't. If you have arms on the chair, the arms are holding your arms up. If you're on a bed, maybe your hands are resting in the pillow or whatever is holding your arms. Your shoulders don't need to hold your arms up for you. Just let them go. Let them relax. Let's go down to our hands. Are your hands clenched? Sometimes people get stressed out about this and they clench their hands. Your hands don't need to hold on to anything. They don't need to hold the air. They just need to be. Your hands and your fingers, they just need to relax. So let it go. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. I want you to acknowledge what it feels like to be relaxed and in this moment. Is this a place that's familiar for you? Have you been here before? Have you not ever been here and experienced this? Maybe this is a place you want to visit again. Just breathe in, recognize it, and let whatever you need to go. Take another breath in, hold it, and blow it out. And whenever you're ready, you can come back to the moment.
I find holding your hands flat like this on your stomach really helps, and it prevents you from tensing your upper body, because I'm deathly afraid of the dentist. And I've always done that to prevent tensing my shoulders up and my jaw up when I'm at the dentist.
Yeah. So you focus on your breathing.
Yeah, you focus, it makes you focus on your breathing. Plus, if your hands are flat like this, laid flat like this, and you're not grabbing them, if you lay them flat completely and spread your fingers, you can't tense. You'll find that you don't tense. As soon as you curl them up, you'll find that you tense.
Yeah.
But if you leave them with your fingers spread like that, you can't clench your jaw and tense your upper shoulders while they're spread flat and fingers apart.
Yep, that's good. Let's see what comments I missed. Ambi says you are all in my prayers. She says she's never done a guided visualization before either. Yarning for a Smile says to Ambi, I call them future makes too. I keep up with my upcoming Unravelry on my queue. Yarning for a Smile says, I do the same type of meditative process every night before I fall asleep. Yeah, a lot of people use this to fall asleep at night. So what'd you guys think? Is anybody still in here? Did you all leave me? What'd you think, Donna?
I simply call that, instead of calling it guided meditation, I call it a form of self-hypnosis, and I use it every time I'm super stressed.
Well, the reason I call it a guided visualization is because I'm guiding you.
Yeah, I do it to myself all the time, especially when I'm undergoing a procedure or something that I don't like, or that I'm stressed about, including anything involving the dentist.
Yeah, I do kind of the same process as well when I am in a stressful situation, like going for a new procedure or a surgery. Even though I know they're going to give me medicine that's going to knock me out, that few minutes right before the knockout time is extremely stressful for me.
Especially a CT or an MRI. Because the idea that you're going into an enclosed circle, and they're always looking at my head, so it always means my upper body is in the tube.
Yeah, those things are little. Let's see. AJ says I have a tape that I listen to with guided meditation on them. Ambi says I just put one hand on my stomach with fingers spread and I felt something change. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Barbara says, still here. I will have to rewatch this again. Had to go potty at the beginning. Really need a self-calming technique right now. And AJ says, count. When you're going to fall asleep from 100 down like they tell you to. It doesn't work for me.
Counting never worked for me. But self-guided meditation, or they often call it self-relaxation or self-hypnosis, often does. And when you're massively tolerant to anesthesias like I am, it becomes a necessity.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to close out because I've got to go to the little girl's room.
Okay.
And when I've got to go, I don't have much. I can't wait around. So I'm gonna leave you.
And she's gone. Okay, AJ says, I count when I am in an MRI. It keeps me calm. Yeah, I didn't see that. I'm trying to keep up with it, but, you know. Okay, everyone. So thank you for joining us. And I hope that you enjoyed this one. I would like feedback if anybody has any they want to get. And I think that we should wrap it up for tonight. And thank you so much for coming. Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go. And I will see you all next time. All right, thank you. Good night. Bye.